Here we are with a new scroll. This is scroll number 8 from the greatest salesman in the world. It's a book made by Mandino back in the 60s, and it was created to work on your personality, to build up your subconscious step for step, month for month, day for day, hour for hour, because these scrolls go for 3 times a day, one in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. This is day number 1. This is the first recitation of scroll number 8. I'm Stephen Meeker, by the way, and the purpose of doing this is to motivate one or the other person out there, as well as myself, to keep on going with this. This is monotonous. It really gets underneath the skin, and basically at the end of the 30 days with some of the scrolls, you just don't want to do it anymore because it just really forces you out of your comfort zone in a way nothing else really can, because it's so tedious and monotonous, and you do it 3 times a day no matter what. Sundays, all these days that you normally would do not do something, and some days you just don't feel like doing anything, but the scrolls do not care. They just want you to be better, step for step for step. That's why I'm doing this, and I invite you to join the Good Chip Lollipop, maybe by subscribing, give me some comments or whatever, however you'd like to respond. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is scroll number 8. Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. A mulberry leaf touched with the genius of man becomes silk. A field of clay touched with the genius of man becomes a castle. A cypress tree touched with the genius of man becomes a shrine. A cut of sheep's hair touched with the genius of man becomes raiment for a king. If it is possible for leaves and clay and wood and hair to have their value multiplied 100, yet 1,000-fold by man, cannot I do the same with the clay which bears my name? Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. I am likened to a grain of wheat which faces one of 3 futures. The wheat can be placed in a sack and dumped into a stall until it is fed to the swine. Or it can be ground to flour and made into bread. Or it can be placed in the earth and allowed to grow. And its golden head divides and produces 1,000 grains from the one single grain. 1,000 grains for one single grain. I am likened to a grain of wheat with one difference. The wheat cannot choose whether it be fed to the swine, ground for bread, or planted to multiply out of one single seed, which we are. I have a choice, and I will not let my life be fed to swine in despair, to be broken open and devoured by the will of others. That doesn't sound very good. Today I will multiply myself by 100-fold. To grow and multiply, it is necessary to plant the wheat grain in the darkness of the earth. And my failures, my despairs, my ignorance, and my inabilities are the darkness in which I have been planted in order to ripen. Now, like the wheat grain, which will sprout and blossom only if it is nurtured with rain and sun and warm winds, I too must nurture my body and my mind to fulfill my dreams. But to grow to full stature, the wheat must wait on the whims of nature. I need not wait, for I have the power to choose my own destiny. Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. And how will I accomplish this? First, I will set goals for the day, for the week, for the month, the year, and my life. Just as the rain must fall before the wheat will crack, its shield and sprout, so must I have objectives before my life will crystallize. In setting my goals, I will consider my best performance of the past and multiply it 100-fold. This will be the standard by which I will live in the future. Never will I be of concern that my goals are too high, for it is not better to aim my spear at the moon and strike only an eagle than to aim my spear at an eagle and strike only a rock. Today, I will multiply my value 100-fold. The height of my goals will not hold me in awe, though I may stumble before they are reached. If I stumble, I will rise, and my falls will not concern me. For all men must stumble, often to reach the hearth. Only a worm is free from the worry of stumbling. I am not a worm. I am not an onion plant. I am not a sheep. I am a man. Let others build a cave with their clay. I will build a castle with mine. Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. And just as the sun must warm the earth to bring forth the seedling of wheat, so too will the words of these scrolls warm my life and turn my dreams into reality. Today I will surpass every action which I performed yesterday. I will climb today's mountain to the utmost of my ability, yet tomorrow I will climb higher than today, and the next will be higher than tomorrow. To surpass the deeds of others is unimportant. It's unimportant. To surpass my own deeds is all. Today I will multiply my value by 100-fold. And just as the warm wind guides the wheat to maturity, the same winds will carry my voice to those who will listen, and my words will announce my goals. Once spoke, I dare not recall them, lest I lose face. I will be as my own prophet, and though all may laugh at my utterances, they will hear my plans. They will know my dreams, and thus there will be no escape from me until my words become accomplished deeds. Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. I will commit not the terrible crime of aiming too low. I will do the work that a failure will not do. I will always let my reach exceed my grasp. I will never be content with my performance in the market. I will always raise my goals as soon as they are attained. I will always strive to make the next hour better than this one. I will always announce my goals to the world. Yet never will I proclaim my announcements, yet the world instead approach me with praise and may have the wisdom to receive it in humility. Today I will multiply my value 100-fold. 1 grain of wheat, when multiplied 100-fold, will produce 100 stalks. Multiply those 100-fold 10 times, and they will feed all the cities of the earth. Am I not more than a grain of wheat? Today I'll multiply my value 100-fold. And when it is done, I will do it again and again. And there will be astonishment and wonder at my greatness as the words of these scrolls are fulfilled in me. These are just words. Just repeated one time, it's very unlikely that they get in your subconscious, obviously. They're in your conscious and it's gone quickly. It's sugar candy. It's just like motivation. But the subconscious, the difference between motivation and subconscious is that you're doing it every day, 3 times a day for an entire month. That's amazing. And the thing it does is it really pushes you in the right direction. So you're automatically, through your subconscious, if you're doing that every day, you just can't get away from it. It's just like, I think it was Goethe, wasn't it Goethe, with the gadfly? And he just kept on saying these things over and over again. Well, it's probably not a good comparison because I killed Goethe, because he kept on getting all of their nerves. But this won't kill you, but it will bring you up, because it just doesn't stop nerving you until you do the things that you really want to get out of life. Thank you very much for staying in tune to this wonderful version of The Greatest Salesman in the World. We're at scroll number 8 right now, and this was the very first reading of the month. We've got a lot to go, and I'm looking forward to it. Please stay in tune. All the best and peace. Bye-bye.